Alright y'all, welcome back. It's Albert LaBelle. I recently picked up a couple more locks at my local bike shop, and this one right here, we've featured one of these before, the Serfas. Remember, I couldn't say it the first time, and I can't say it this time. I don't know if it's Serfas, S-E-R-F-A-S, or Serfas, I don't know. But this one was 15 bucks, 6 foot long. It's another one of them cable bike lock. Vinyl coating, protects bike finish, blah, blah, blah. Key cable lock. Make sure to run the cable through the frame. Yeah, we know that. But I recently did a video on these cables and showing why you should never trust these cables for bike locks. They're just no good, folks. They're just no good. But, anyhoodles, so this one here is a disc detainer lock. But the weird thing is, it's a mini disc detainer lock. So here are the keys for it. If you can't already tell through the camera, this here is what we would call a traditional size. This is an Abus here. But look at the difference in the key size. Trying to hold these. You see the difference there? I mean, it's literally a smaller size disc detainer lock. So my traditional tools did not fit. Like this one here, the silver bullet, all the rest of my stuff, it did not fit because, again, it's a smaller disc detainer core. Hence the little mini key. But then I remembered I had this old one that I think it was Das Evers years ago sent me this thing. He had homemade it. And since then, I have modified this thing probably 3-4 different times. I can tell I nipped the corners here. But anyhoodles, all I had to do was bring this down a little bit and squeezed that tension fork in. You see how I just squeezed it a little bit? And I was able to make it fit this lock. So I got to tell you, I've got several different. When I first started picking disc detainer locks, I was making my own tools. Well, hang on to that stuff because you never know. That way you can modify those like I did this one. And you don't have to beat up on your better tools, your more expensive tools. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was able to make this thing fit this lock. So how it works though, another weird thing. When you rotate the key, it's like a lobe inside there. I don't know if you'll be able to see down in there. But when you lock it back up, it's literally just pushing a piece of metal up against the vinyl. So that's really all that's locking it. It's not, I guess it's a mechanical lock, but not quite a mechanical lock, if that makes any sense. Because again, it's just pushing up against the vinyl. It's not like a, like a slot that a piece of metal goes into. So yeah, it's more of a compressive lock. I don't know how you describe that. But yeah, it just pushes up against the vinyl and locks it in there like so. By the way, that swivels too. Scoot it up, scoot it down, swivel it. But yeah, so when you stick it back in there, whoops, stick it back in and turn the key. It's kind of hard right there because you're squeezing that thing up against the cable. And that's how it locks. So it probably wouldn't take a whole lot of force to yank that puppy out of there. I don't know. But let's see what it takes to pick into it. So yeah, it takes a little bit to unlock it too because you got to overcome that lobe. So it can be a little tricky. But we can do it. We've got a lot of experience with disc detainer locks. So, alright, tool all the way in, and I just want to grab that. It's got 7 discs, no false gates. 7 discs and then a spinner in the front. So I've got to go past the spinner and just pick up one. Whoops, I didn't rotate them all. Use the tension tool here to just rotate them all clockwise. There we go. Now we'll put the tool in. So yeah, 7 discs and then a spinner in the front right there. So I got to get past the spinner and just grab one disc very carefully. So about right there-ish. And a lot of tension because, again, I got to overcome that compression part there. Alright, let's see if I can't do this try to keep it in view as good as I can. Okay, that last one down there is a little loose. Here we go. That one popped loose. Next one. That one popped loose. Next one. Ooh, that one popped loose. Next one. Getting jammed up in there. Here we go. That one popped loose. And that one popped loose. I don't think we're open yet. Let's see. Did I miss one? Oh, I think that popped loose. Right there. Oof. Nope. Too far on that one. Let's bring the tension one back. There we go. I went too far with that last one. Right there. Woo! I can't stay on it. I got to bring that tension one back. Rotate it back into place. All right. Now put the tension back on it. Good Lordy Lord. All right, so we missed one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Must be up top. Oh, there it is. Whew. So the problem is when it's locked, it puts so much force. That force it takes to compress that locking pawl up against the vinyl, it really makes it hard to turn. Let me lock it back up. I'll show you what I'm talking. See if I can show you what I'm talking about. Well, that's going to be hard. Let me show you. There we go. So it's open. So to lock it back up, it really have to, watch this. See that? So it takes quite a bit to undo that compressive part both ways. This one's even harder, but when you go like that, it's a lobe. Man. You can kind of see it in there. The whole thing kind of rotates. I don't know if the camera's going to get in there, but you can kind of see the whole thing is just a lobe. Trying to get down in there. There we go. It's just a lobe type thing that pushes up against the vinyl. But yeah, hey, if you got some old disc detainer tools, don't get rid of them. You never know. You might be able to modify them to fit a lock like this right here. So there it is. That's the Serfas. What is this thing right here? This is had a model number. Yeah, the KL-201. So yeah, never know when you're going to need your old tools, folks. All right, so that's it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I highly appreciate it. Remember, if you're not subscribed yet, you need to do so because all the cool people are doing it, and you don't want to be left out. Thank you.